It's John again, and we're talking contract language. This time, not about compensation, but about language and about words that matter. And I think everyone out there would agree that words matter. Especially when it comes to contracts, there's lots of small nuances that we see, and they stick out to us because we've been doing this for 13 years. We've seen 15, 16,000 or more contracts. And so these words tend to stick out to us, no different than a lab value might stick out to you, or something that doesn't look right on an X-ray or an MRI after all of your experience with your reads. But when we look at words, there's lots of words in a contract language that could matter, such as guarantee versus draw. Maybe you have a base salary, and it might say the base salary is guaranteed, or it might say the base salary will be paid as a draw. Those things matter because a guarantee might be, of course, guaranteed income. A draw might mean a loan against your future production. So if you don't produce, you might owe them money back. So language matters. It might say a minimum hours or a minimum days. So maybe it says a minimum 36 patient care hours. Well, that's much different than an average of 36 patient care hours or a maximum of 5 days per week. So if you're doing a minimum, you could do more. If you're doing a maximum, you could do less. So maybe your contract is a flat salary or salary with a bonus, and you're doing a minimum 36 or minimum 40 hours of patient care. Well, there's nothing to prevent them from scheduling you for more. 40, 50, 60 hours of patient care plus administrative time on top. You may or may not get paid more based on how your contract is structured with the words. If you are paid per shift, it might say you will be given up to 7 shifts or up to 14 shifts per month if you're a hospitalist per se. And maybe you're paid $1,850 per shift. But if it's up to 14, maybe you're not guaranteed the 14. Maybe you might get 12. Maybe you might get 6. Maybe other people take more. I don't know how it could be structured, but it could be any of those things, and words matter. It could be included or in addition to. So maybe there's a signing bonus, and maybe the signing bonus is included in your salary. Maybe it's in addition to your salary. And so small words matter. It might say exclusive of, right? Or inclusive of. And these things matter when it comes to contracts and words. It might say yearly versus one time. There might be a one-time bonus or a yearly bonus. There might be a quality pay one time or yearly. There might be an annual. And if so, is it annual based on a contract year? Is it based on the employment year or the fiscal year? Or is it based on an academic year? Is it based on a calendar year? The words matter, and those things should be very clear in the contract. Things like the commencement date, things like the effective date. So maybe your contract says you'll be giving a signing bonus on your commencement date, but the effective date is today. So I sign my contract, it's effective today, meaning all the terms are live today. But it says my salary is from my commencement date. My commencement date is 6 months from now. So if it says I get my signing bonus on my effective date, I get that whenever the effective date is. If that's today, fantastic. If it says I get my signing bonus on the commencement date, it means when I commence my employment. It could say within 60 days of my commencement bonus. So if I'm waiting on that money for a house payment, or to pay off some student loans, or for a down payment on an apartment, or to help myself relocate because I didn't get relocation assistance, and I don't get that until 60 days into my job, and then they take out taxes, and oh, by the way, I deposit 10% into my 401k, then my $20,000 commencement bonus could be for $8,000. And maybe I'm counting on $20,000. So again, words matter. It could be something about termination. For cause or not for cause. And of course, those have their own definitions. Maybe it says for cause termination includes disability and includes death. Okay, but what if you have to repay your signing bonus if there's a for cause termination? So for cause is usually a reason. So maybe you lose your license, you can't practice medicine, you're sanctioned from Medicare, or you get kicked off staff at the hospital, or you fail a drug test. It could mean a lot of things, and if they fire you for that, that would make sense. You're no good to them anymore as an employed physician. But if they classify disability and death as for cause termination, and you have to pay back a signing bonus if there is a for cause termination, that might be unfair. So those words matter as well. It could talk about initial terms or additional terms. So if the initial term is 2 years, does it automatically renew? If the initial term is 3 years, then what happens? If the initial term is 1 year and it doesn't renew, when will they offer you another contract or a update in year 2? What if it rolls over and you don't have a contract? Again, words matter, and those things are all important. And I've only covered a fraction of the words that matter when it comes to contracts, because of course they're all very important. When it comes to bonuses, when it comes to tail insurance, when it comes to non-compete language, when it comes to termination, when it comes to your schedule, when it comes to your benefits and holidays and what's included in your time off or not. Holidays, sick time, any other type of leave. It's all important, and words do matter. So if you need help analyzing the words in your contract, give us a call at Contract Diagnostics. We are here to help. We review thousands of contracts a year. It's our dedicated passion, and we've been doing this for a very long time. If you have any questions around our packages or anything else, feel free to reach out. And if you have any suggestions for content, feel free to put them here in the comments or email them at info@contractdiagnostics.com. We are here to answer any questions you have. We love to educate, and to that end, we love to give free educational talks. So if you at your program need a talk, Dr. Catherine, our physician educator on staff, myself, any one of our great attorneys here can give a talk dedicated and customized to your particular program. Whether it's for 3 people or for 500 or for more, we love doing those as well. So reach out with whatever you need to help, whatever we can do to help, That's what we are here for, and we look forward to connecting with you soon.